Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're like me, you've been glued to the NFL rumors swirling around the league, especially as the trade deadline approaches. And let's just say, the buzz around the Washington Commanders is getting louder by the day. Word in the NFL circles, coming from insiders like Adam Schefter and others, suggests that the Houston Texans are looking to shake things up on their defensive front. And the potential blockbuster trade that's gaining momentum could see the Commanders landing a game-changing pass rusher, Danielle Hunter. Yes, you heard that right. Danielle Hunter, one of the most explosive edge rushers in the league, might soon be donning the burgundy and gold. The Texans, currently in a rebuilding phase, are reportedly open to trading Hunter to Washington in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a third-round pick in 2027. Now, this isn't just any trade. It's one that might shift the balance of power in the NFC East, and for the Commanders, it could be a move that transforms their entire defensive outlook. Let's dig into what this trade could mean. First, the Texans are in the midst of a defensive overhaul, trying to build a young, fast, and relentless front seven that can compete for years to come. They're sitting on a treasure trove of draft capital, especially after acquiring Will Anderson Jr., who's shown flashes of being a dominant pass rusher himself. So, trading Hunter, a veteran with a proven track record, makes sense if they're looking to free up cap space and add more youthful talent. Hunter's contract is manageable, and his presence on the field is undeniable. He's a predator, as fast as a falcon diving into the pocket, constantly putting offensive lines on notice. Over his career, Hunter has amassed an impressive resume: 99 sacks, 425 tackles, 124 quarterback hits, and 17 forced fumbles. His PFF grade hovers around 89.7, and he boasts a pass rush win rate of 21.4%, which places him among the top 5 edge rushers in the league. His pressures total 478, and he's an absolute nightmare for quarterbacks, a true game wrecker. In the 2025 season up to September 15th, he's already recorded 5 sacks in just 3 games, along with 18 pressures, 7 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. And what's even more encouraging for Commanders fans is that he's been healthy. No injuries after dealing with a shoulder issue in 2024. Now let's consider his impact on the Texans and the Commanders. The Texans are currently 1-2, with their defense allowing around 26 points per game. They have about $18 million in cap space now, but that's projected to balloon over $52 million in 2026. Their focus seems to be on a rebuild, especially with their young quarterback, C.J. Stroud, just getting started. Trading Hunter for future assets is a strategic move to accelerate their rebuild, adding draft capital and young players to their roster. On the other hand, the Commanders are 0-3, and their pass rush has been, frankly, underwhelming. They're generating pressure on just 24% of passing plays, which is well below league average. Their cap space is limited, sitting at around $4.5 million, but restructuring contracts, like that of Darren Payne, could free up more room, over $9 million, to absorb Hunter's salary. The potential addition of Hunter would give Washington a significant boost, not just in terms of sacks, but in overall pass rush efficiency. If he joins the team, projections suggest he could hit about 16 sacks per season, with pressures increasing by more than 90 and EPA, expected points added, per rush climbing to plus 0.15. His presence would make the front seven a near-unstoppable force, similar to the pairing of Nick Bosa and Christian Armstead in San Francisco at their peak. It's worth noting that Hunter's addition might be the X factor the Commanders need to elevate their defense from decent to elite. Their current struggles on third down conversions allowed and run defense are areas where Hunter's relentless rush could make all the difference. His ability to pressure the quarterback, especially against mobile QBs like Jalen Hurts, could be the catalyst that turns the tide in close games. The NFC East has been a fiercely competitive division, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. If Washington can land Hunter, it's not just about improving the defense. It's about positioning themselves as serious contenders for a deep playoff run and potentially a shot at Super Bowl LXI. Now, let's talk about the historical context. The last time a trade like this happened, reminiscent of the Rams acquiring Von Miller in 2021, it had a significant impact. Miller's addition revitalized the Rams' defense and helped propel them to a Super Bowl victory. Similarly, Hunter's speed and explosiveness could serve as the catalyst for Washington, giving them a pass rush that strikes fear into opposing quarterbacks. Plus, Hunter's ability to generate pressures and force turnovers aligns perfectly with the Commanders' defensive philosophy of aggressive, relentless pressure. The numbers speak volumes. With Hunter on the field, the Texans' defense, which has been leaking points, could see a drastic improvement simply by having a player who can consistently win one-on-one battles. For Washington, acquiring Hunter not only boosts their immediate pass rush, but also signals a clear intent to contend. It's about building a front that can dominate opponents and set the tone every Sunday. His addition could also create opportunities for other players like Chase Young and Montez Sweat to thrive, as offensive lines are forced to double-team Hunter, opening up lanes for the rest of the defensive front. Looking ahead, the NFL odds for Washington's Super Bowl chances are already climbing. Initially sitting at plus 15-0, the team's forecast might improve significantly if this trade materializes. With Hunter, the Commanders could see a plus 7-0 shot, especially if their revamped pass rush starts to gel. It's a move that could serve as the final piece in their puzzle to becoming serious contenders, especially with the playoffs approaching. Remember, the NFL is a league where one impactful move can change everything overnight, and for Washington fans, this could be that move. Of course, it's never just about one player. The entire team's chemistry, coaching staff, and game day execution matter. But adding a talent like Dail Hunter is a statement, a clear message that Washington is ready to compete at the highest level. The front office and coaching staff are clearly eyeing the bigger picture, aiming to build a defense that can carry the team deep into the postseason. And with Hunter's track record, leadership, and relentless motor, he could be the catalyst that pushes Washington over the edge. In terms of strategy, this move makes a lot of sense. The Commanders' defensive scheme thrives on pressure, and Hunter's ability to win at the line of scrimmage would complement their existing talent pool. Pairing him with a healthy Chase Young and maybe a restructured Darren Payne creates a front that opponents will have a hard time blocking. This kind of front seven dominance could suppress opposing offenses, force turnovers, and give the offense more opportunities to shine. It's the kind of upgrade that can change a team's entire identity and trajectory. So, as we watch the trade deadline approach, keep an eye on how this story unfolds. Will the Texans pull the trigger and send Dail Hunter to Washington? If they do, it could be one of the most impactful trades in recent NFL history. The Commanders, with a new aggressive edge rusher, would be looking at a front that rivals the best in the league. Imagine the possibilities. Hunter rushing from one side, Chase Young or Montez Sweat from the other, all feeding off each other and creating chaos in the backfield. It's a defensive nightmare that could make FedEx Field a fortress once again. In the end, this trade isn't just about adding a player, it's about signaling a shift in mindset. The Commanders are not just rebuilding, they're reloading, aiming to be contenders very soon. Hunter's arrival could be the spark that ignites their playoff push and gets them back to the Super Bowl stage. It's an exciting time for Washington fans, and if this deal goes through, it might well be remembered as the move that changed everything. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.